caretaker at Seton Castle. And in October last year we started doing an archaeological dig, is what we're going to be talking about today. And thanks to the permission of Stephen Heather-Leach. Myself, Billy Campbell, Frank Chambers, Gordon Delaney, who will have 75 years experience on metal detecting and research on the archaeological finds that we've found, and we've been involved in a few archaeological digs on a volunteer basis. We've also had help from a lot of professional bodies and people and friends who came up their time for free to help us. I'm going to be talking about a wee bit about the Setons, and Frank and Bill will talk about the dig and the finds. I'm going to try and squeeze 700 years of history into 7 minutes, so I'll get on with it. In the 12th century, the Setons were granted lands to Slogan, and David I granted these lands to Seaford de Seton, and later on, William the Lion granted the same lands to his son Philip de Seton. And this was done in a charter, one of the earliest charters that are still in existence today. And through the centuries, they accumulated more and more lands and more titles, usually for service to the king and country, through battles or whatever, and they became wealthy landowners. Locally, the Setons were important. They were coal masters, the salt works, they helped build Kilkenzie and Port Seton Harbour. This is the March this year. This was Seton Castle. We've got the church there at the side. We've got the ruins down here. And here you can see a little bit of tower, another bit of tower there, and all coming up here. This is marking the interpretation of what it could have looked like in the 16th, 17th century. As you can see, we've got the palace there. And by all accounts, it was the nicest mansion in Scotland in the whole of the 16th and 17th century. And it got called a palace in the times of Mary Queen of Scots. These buildings down here, they're associated with the church. And in 1492, the Setons were granted permission by the Pope to make it a collegiate church. And these buildings would have housed the priests and other associated things in the church. This is an office block. It's in the outer courtyard. And in the background we've got a medieval village. This medieval village was said to have been there before the Setons come, and it lasted until the 1790s, and a few buildings lasted into the early 19th century, and only one of them is still in existence today. One of the most honourable noble families in Scotland, respected for their honour, their chivalry, their bravery, their loyalty. According to Scotland, the monarchs lasted for over 600 years, and above the entranceway is Seton Palace, in the Latin inscription, one God for all time, one loyalty to the monarch, and no man can serve two masters. And I think that the Setons believed in this. Their honours and peers, Lord Seton, Lord Huntley, Lord Gordon, Earl Winton, Earl Dunfermline, 17 in total, 7 baronets, and that's not to mention all the knighthoods that they had. They're also married into the royalty on 4 separate occasions, and to most noble families in Scotland, respectable families, they were also married into them, and sometimes even becoming head of that household. Important times in Scottish history: Declaration of Arbroath, Alexander's seal was there, Union of the Crown, 1603, Union of Parliament, 1707, and held important jobs as well: Chancellor, Lord President, the Court of Sessions. On a few occasions there were great masters to the royal household, and the last occasion it was Mary Queen of Scots and Lord George Seton. The royalties at Seton: James I, the 6th, the 7th, Charles I, Charles II, of course Mary Queen of Scots, who's visited every castle and stately home in Scotland, even after they were bought when she was gone. Alexander Seton helped raise Charles I at Pinkie House, which is now Loretta School. And Mary was a regular at Seton, that she had her own apartments there for her and her entourage. And through important times in Mary's life, again the Setons were mentioned. Lord Seton and other nobles were sent to France to orchestrate the Mary Queen of Scots to marry the Dauphin of France. They did, and attended their wedding. And when she returned to Scotland, when Rizzo got killed, murdered at Holyrood Palace, she made to Seton before going on to Dunbar. Dan, her second husband, when he got murdered, again she went to Seton. But much to the annoyance of her Protestant nobles, she played golf and croquet. This is one of the first documented times of her women playing golf. Bothwell, her third husband, she signed her marriage certificates at Seton also. And before the night, the Battle of Carbery, the night before, she stayed at Seton and her army were camped in the grounds. She was captured, put in prison at Lochleven Castle, and again Seton was instrumental in their escape along with other nobles. Lord George Seton, he was a true loyal supporter and friend to the Queen, and in the Great Samson Hall at Seton Palace, on the ceiling was Mary Queen of Scots' coat of arms, along with Dauphin in France and other Scottish nobles. George's sister, Mary Seton, she was sent over as a child with Mary Seton, Queen Mary, to France, and she stayed there throughout most of her life, including voluntarily being captive with Mary while she was in England. The loyalty to the monarchs had cost so dear, whether it be through life or through losing their possessions. Sir Christopher Seton saved Robert the Bruce, his brother-in-law, in the Battle of Ethel in 1306. In doing so, he was captured, taken to Dumfries along with 2 other Setons and hung, drawn, and quartered. Robert the Bruce built a chapel in Christopher's name. In the siege of Berwick in 1333, Alexander Seton was said to have given up his 2 sons because he was the governor at the time, and Edward III had besieged it, and he watched his sons being hanged. Alexander Seton, the night before the Battle of Bannockburn, it was an English camp, and he went over to the Bruce's camp and he informed the Bruce that tomorrow would be a good time to attack because the English were demoralised, depleted, hungry, they should be guaranteed victory. The morning of the battle, the Bruce knighted Alexander, and they went on and had a victorious battle. The Battle of Flodden, George Seton, Sir John Seton, James Seton, they all gave up their lives. Most of the battles through the battles of independence, before it and after it, between English and Scottish, the Setons would have been involved. And they continued to support the royals, even though they knew sometimes it was going to be a lost cause. And this was the downfall. In the Jacobite rebellions in 1715, Lord George Seton lost everything he owned, all his land. He was taken and put in the Tower of London and sentenced to death. He managed to escape, but this is the last time the Seton grounds were in the Seton hands. They did, in 1787, Setons did try and purchase it back, but they failed to do so. So that's my wee quick talk on the Setons, and I'm now going to hand you over to Billy, who'll take you through the dig.